Hey, VA borrowers. My name is Steve Doherty. I'm the Raleigh VA loan guy. I'm a loan officer here in Raleigh, North Carolina, and a United States Marine Corps veteran. Today, I want to talk to you about the benefits of using a local mortgage lender, whether that's a broker or someone who works directly for a mortgage bank like I do, and really compare this to the big online shops. How are our value propositions different? What are our strengths? And why you should stick with a local guy, admittedly like me. So first of all, as someone who is in the local community and who does the vast majority of his business within, let's say, 100 miles from my home and place of work, I understand the market. I understand how competitive it is, right? I understand what due diligence is. That's a great question if you're working in North Carolina with a bank that maybe just has an online presence, a big online bank. Ask them what due diligence is. If they tell you it's a deposit, run. They don't understand local rules. They don't understand North Carolina real estate. Another problem that I see online lenders make is that they fail to understand that in certain market segments of North Carolina, a seller credit can be extremely difficult to negotiate for. So if they say, yep, you're pre-approved, all you need to do is negotiate for a seller credit. If you're making an offer on a home that is going to have other offers, meaning you're not the only person interested in it, but you're asking for the seller to pay for your closing costs, you may not have very much of a competitive offer. By the way, if your pre-approval is dependent on a seller credit and you can't negotiate for one, then you're not really pre-approved for that property anyway. I think the biggest reason why you would want to use a local mortgage lender is actually based on how we survive. Most of us get our referrals from local referral sources. Could be from divorce attorneys, financial advisors, CPAs. Most likely it's from a local realtor. Now we have a certain reputation, and really we survive based on our reputation. If we make a mistake, that's probably gonna be the last time we get a deal from that referral source. So there's a lot more accountability, not just from you, but from outside resources to perform. If a loan officer works for a big online bank that has a massive marketing budget, if they make a mistake on your loan, there are plenty more mortgages coming down the pipeline because they advertise all over the place, and it's not going to stop just because they screwed up on one loan. There's less incentive for them to be perfect because the consequences of a mistake aren't as drastic. Finally, all mortgage banks that do VA, conventional, FHA, USDA mortgages, we all work off of the same rules. Now, some banks could be more restrictive on those rules, what we would call imposing overlays or rules on top of what those programs would require. But we all have to do the same things. We all have to collect the same documents. We all have to have our loans signed off on by a human being, by an actual underwriter. This cannot be tasked out to an ultra advanced computer algorithm or AI program. So what does that mean? If every single mortgage, whether it's with a massive online bank or a teeny tiny local shop, every file has to be touched by a person. That means the workflow is very, very similar, which means that the actual work that needs to be performed, the time it takes, and the human touch and the cost are nearly identical. So how do bigger online banks offer much lower rates? If their processes cost about the same or takes about the same amount of time, they have less experienced personnel. Maybe not on the underwriting side, but certainly on the origination side. So part of the reason why you're getting such a low interest rate is because the person you're dealing with at the front end, that loan originator, does not have as much experience. And guess what? You get what you pay for, right? Now, if one bank has an interest rate that's 1% higher than an online bank, maybe you wouldn't want to go for that. But a bank that's pretty close, and you're going to get a loan officer that really knows what they're doing on the biggest financial decision of your life, it may be best to go with someone who's local and knows what they're doing. Again, my name is Steve Doherty. I'm the Raleigh VA loan guy. I'm a loan officer here in Raleigh, North Carolina, and a United States Marine Corps veteran. If you would like me to get you pre-approved for a mortgage loan, please reach out, send me an email, text message, give me a phone call, leave a comment below. I'd be more than happy to get you into your next house.